Hey, gamers, I'm going to give you my top 25 games of all time. Not just Nintendo, not just Genesis, not just PlayStation, not just Xbox, but of all time, my top 25 games. And then as a bonus, I'm going to throw in some indies at the end as honorable mentions. Now, number one, joking, I'm going to start at number 25. And please leave in the comments below your top 25. Number 25, Just Cause. Just because it is silly, stupid fun. The Just Cause series. Uncharted at number 24. Uncharted series. The Last of Us, also made by Naughty Dog, would make the top 25, but there's only one entry so far, so they don't crack the top 25 yet. Maybe in the future. So Uncharted and The Last of Us at 24. Number 23, we're going to get a couple racing games. Need for Speed, because it was a trendsetter. It evolved into Jet Moto series, Grid, and then into sims like Project Cars, Dirt series, Codemasters, MotoGP, and MXGP, and even led the way for games like Steep and other racing games. Number 22, F-Zero, another racing game from Super Nintendo, because it led the way in sci-fi type anti-grav racers like Redout, and even the Trackmania series, which is very popular, Nailed, and other ones. Back into other games aside from racing. Number 21, the Hitman series, because Hitman is just great stealth puzzle games. And it started out with like Republic, The Escapist, and Alkaline's Gun are ones that it set the trend for. Number 20, Rainbow Six, the Rainbow Six series, a tactical shooter. And it also led the way for games like Payday, Battlefield, Door Kickers, a nice indie, Medal of Honor, and even the Call of Duty series. Number 19, Far Cry. Yes, Far Cry is just a fun shooter with stealth, and you play any way you want. You can go guns blazing, or you can go sneaky stealth. The Far Cry series at number 19 by Ubisoft. Number 18 is Deus Ex, which is actually one of my favorites, but Deus Ex, Human Revolution and Mankind Divided, where you can hack, you can stealth, you can go any way you want, but it's a sci-fi type shooter with so many unique powers that many games have not found a way to implement. And it also set the trends for games like Watch Dogs 1 and 2. Deus Ex ringing in at number 18. Number 17, Grand Theft Auto, which has been around for a long time. Same company that made Red Dead Redemption 2 and Bully, which is a fun game. So Grand Theft Auto, just because of the quality and such, and fun factor. Ringing in at number 16, XCOM, real-time strategy. XCOM, which is turn-based strategy. There's many good games in that genre. Ones that I like that are sort of turn-based strategy are Shadow Tactics, Crooks, The Big Heist, and Running with Rifles. Those are some games I recommend if you like XCOM type style. Number 15 is Skyrim. Skyrim and Elder Scrolls. It's just a nice Zelda type feeling, more serious game. It's definitely a trendsetter. It's made by Bethesda, who also made Fallout. But Skyrim or Oblivion, ringing in at number 15. Number 14 is Dishonored. One of my favorite games is Dishonored. Just so many unique powers. Stealth, as I always like stealth. And just good searching and discovery type game. Or you could swap out Dishonored with Bioshock. Bioshock is another great game. The Bioshock series. Ringing in at number 13 is Sniper Elite, for a real sniper type sim. Bullet time introduced, killing Nazis, just fun. And also you could say it led the way to other spin-offs like Sniper Ghost Warrior, which is a lower caliber, but another fun game. Number 12, ringing in at number 12, Splinter Cell, the most tactical, stealth-based game for its time when it first came out. Such a great game. Again, it led the way to other indie games like Door Kickers, Tennichu, and Thief, the Thief series. But Splinter Cell was one of the leaders. Ringing in at number 11, Wolfenstein. It's just a great first-person shooter. Ones like Crysis and such have copied them, but Wolfenstein, killing some Nazis. Number 11. Number 10, Castlevania, hack and slash. Not particularly my favorite hack and slash, but I know other people like it. Set the way for games like God of War, Shadow of War, or Shadow of Mordor, which I like a little bit more. Devil May Cry, Dead Cells for an indie. Rice, Son of Rome, and For Honor even for hack and slash. So Castlevania, Metrovania, it set the way back. So number 10 is going to be Castlevania just because of its history. Number 9, Mario, Super Mario series. There's just so many good platformers, family fun. Just set the way to so many puzzle platformers and just hard platformers that are fun. Number 8 is the Batman series, Arkham Knight and such. Just a good game for its time. They're in the 3rd installment. Good fun, different play styles, unique capabilities. Recently, a Spider-Man came out that has copied its combat style and counterattacking. And you have Prototype and Infamous, which kind of got their lead from the Batman series. Ringing at number 7 is Resident Evil, a game that scared me when I was a kid, even though it was pixelated so much. It's funny now. The Resident Evil series, nice puzzles, good combat back in the day. And since then, it has led the way to spin-offs such as Evil Within, State of Decay, Alan Wake, The Dead Rising, which is a little more goofy and fun, and Last of Us, as well as some Walking Dead games. Those you might want to give a try if you love Resident Evil. The Last of Us, Dead Rising, State of Decay, Alan Wake, Evil Within, and the Walking Dead games. Ringing in at number 6 is going to be the Assassin's Creed series. Again, another one with a lot of action, adventure, stealth, combat, whatever you name. They have a lot of installments. They even have pirate-type themes and all different eras and time with good history to learn from. So number 7 is going to be the Assassin's Creed series. Number 5 is probably the most influential game of all time, Portal series. Even though there's only 2 installments, it's so influential. Shows that you can make great games with non-violence and make you think. Make you think a lot. Non-violence, vegan, Birdman, vegan future, I go by. As you can see. So Portal is one of the most influential games with non-violence that makes you think. It led the way to other games like The Witness, Cube 2 is a great game, check it out if you like Portal, Rethink, The Turing Test, Talos Principle, Room, VHS Rewind, Braid, Warp, Sherlock Holmes, Limbo, Life Goes On, and many, many other puzzle games or strategy games that make you think. So Portal comes in at number 5 by Valve, who also innovated multiplayer games, multiplayer gaming like Team Fortress. Number 4 is going to be Tomb Raider, just a good action adventure. Tomb Raider's been around since I was a kid on PlayStation 1, and lots of spin-offs of that type like Deadfall Adventures and such. Number 3, my third favorite, is going to be Metal Gear series. The Metal Gear series, one of the best stealth games of its time, military type, all the way back from Nintendo. It also led the way to games like Splinter Cell, Volume, Ghost Recon, Stick, one of my favorites, STYX, Thief, and Tennichu. Metal Gear led the way to those types of games and many more. Number 2 We're getting down to the top three. We're down to the top three. Metroid. Metroid is one of my favorite games as a kid. Metroid 1 and the regular Nintendo, then SNES, Super Metroid, all the way down to the Wii U behind me, which has fallen off a little bit. But it led to games like Ori and the Blind Forest, Axiom Verge, Owlboy are some games you might want to check out. There's many others. Leave in the comments, please, if you have other suggestions for people if they like Metroid. Number one favorite game of all time, I would have to say, is Zelda. From NES all the way to the Wii U to the new system they have, the Switch. It's just a great game for any age. It's got a lot of depth to it. It led the way to games like Skyrim or Oblivion, Oceanhorn, you might want to check out, Blossom Tale, It'll Do, Sword of Ditto, and many more. Zelda is probably one of the most influential games. As an honorable mention, Witcher, I'm going to say as well, if you like deep games, and Divinity of Sin are my honorable mentions, even though they're not my type of games. Now, finally, I'm going to wrap it up with indies, the top 10 indie games. Top 8. Rogue Legacy, if you like old school, tough as nails platformers. Shovel Knight. Number 7 is Shovel Knight. Number 6 is going to be Subnautica. A scuba diving game. Say no to pot, says the lobster. Subnautica, number 6. Number 5 is going to be Trine, a nice colorful game. You can convert between 3 different players with different abilities, a mage, thief, and such. Trine series is a great indie game. Number 4, Mark of the Ninja. Mark of the Ninja, great 2D stealth. Number 3, Broforce. Number 3 is going to be Broforce for indies. Number 2, Door Kickers, just a great strategy game. If you like Splinter Cell, it's a good one for strategy, and I think you can get it also on your phone for free. And number 1 for indie games is going to be Rocket League, just a fun, stupid game, kicking a ball around with cars, soccer with cars, kind of a Twisted Metal feel, a little bit of running into each other, but no shooting. Rocket League is going to be my favorite indie game of all time. Tons of more good indie games that are setting trends and trying an experiment in R&D. So those are Birdman, Vegan Futures, top 25 games of all time. Please leave in the comments your top 25. Thank you.